Hello. So I'm going to read something that I prepared for today. It's not my usual thing to do a reading, and I think in a way it makes me a bit more nervous, so forgive me if I wobble a bit. So in response, here are my thoughts. We favour the margins, the fertile ground on the edge where experimentation, risk and growth happen. Embracing the margins is liberating, expansive and full of possibilities. Even though the edges may be rough and untended, give me land rich with hedgerows and weeds over a homogeneous monocrop field any day. We have no interest in being absorbed by the current mainstream, of belonging, of diluting all that is rich, varied and bountiful about the work we do. Our being in the world is sacred and something to celebrate, not to tame and wheel out at dinner parties. We have spent thousands of years refusing to be colonized. It doesn't end with the art world. The problem arises when our marginalized bodies, our marginal bodies, are appropriated, mimicked, capitalized on. When our inventions are plagiarized, our creativity misrepresented, our anger diluted. When they attempt to sell our own oppression back to us, they pluck a singular from our communities to speak on our behalf, to represent all of us. Designate them our leader. This leader, possessed now by the institution, is rebranded into palatable bite-sized pieces to present to funders and philanthropic patrons. We may be margins, but we are not minorities. Never forget that the power holders are the few and we are the many. The minority centre is a small cog in a machine. The institution is but one inside another larger institution, inside another greater institution. Many bravely enter to effect change from within, jam wooden pegs into metal gears, open the back door to Trojan horses full of allies. Celebrate victories out of hours when lights have been turned off and gazers are elsewhere. But capitalism consumes everything, and this is capitalism. White supremacist, patriarchal capitalism. The status quo, centre, mainstream, is propped up by pillars of lies. They regenerate and recalibrate accordingly, serving excuses disguised as reasons that we no longer care to hear. Singular artists on pedestals. White, male, singular artists on pedestals. Our participation strand. All female productions created by teams of men. No black women are making this work. Listening to our rapist's point of view is part of our solution. She's not educated enough, not qualified. The deepest truth I heard after 15 years, your work is of a lesser market value. Times are urgent. If you want to seal the think, plug the hole. We are already too late. We lost before we began. If I can't dance, I don't want to be part of your revolution. Dystopia isn't approaching, it's our past and our present. The comfortable just haven't been listening. We don't want to replace the elite, we want no elite. We don't want to sit at this table and be equal to the man. Where do we begin? At the end of patriarchy. Notice the coercion. Coercive control is a pattern of behaviour that seeks to take away the victim's liberty or freedom, to strip away their sense of self. Coercive control of the institution. It undermines you in small, culminating ways which erode your self-confidence. Undermines your independence, not permitted to make decisions or take action on your own. Makes you believe you cannot survive without them. holds all financial control and power, gives you an allowance which is just enough to keep you alive, but not enough for you to build something of your own, maintains an authoritative, judgmental voice, makes you build up a level of insecurity so that you fear rejection, violence, or punishment, makes you believe you will be nothing without them, you can't exist on your own, withholds positive feedback or encouragement so that you try harder to earn it, corrodes confidence to such an extent that you take responsibility for harms done against you and believe yourself at fault. Remove yourself via the back door if necessary. Overthrow your own value systems. Prepare to be groundless. Don't sell out.
Thank you, Rachel.